It has been 3 months and I thought it was time to update you on my Nikon Z30 camera. I want to answer a few questions from some previous videos, give you my thoughts now, and tell you my goals with my camera. Now, the Nikon Z30. I feel like I've been talking about it a lot and there are still so many questions coming in. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I will do my very best to answer them for you. I recently received my Nikon Z30 Creator Kit and completed a full review video about it. In that video, I mentioned my disappointment with the kit, and today I kind of want to clarify my thoughts on that. My biggest disappointment was that it took so long to receive. I had my camera for almost 2 months before the kit came in the mail. The kit includes a Rode Video Micro, handheld tripod, and a remote that magnetizes in the grip of the tripod. The kit cost $149 plus tax. When I opened up the package, the tripod felt very similar to a tripod I already own. So this is the one that came with the kit. This one's a little bit heavier, I will say that. It's made of more of like a metal material where this is more plastic. But if I'm going to be vlogging and carrying my camera around, I'm going to choose the lighter one because it's going to be easier to carry. So when I opened it and saw that it was very similar, and really the only difference is that the remote isn't stored in the handle of the one I already had, I was kind of shocked and kind of disappointed. The overall materials on the tripod are well made. Yes, it's made of plastic, but it still feels pretty substantial. But I feel as if the overall cost is much higher than if I were to buy individual pieces. But as time has gone on and I've started using the Creator Kit, I'm learning how to vlog, things like that, I noticed that the convenience factor of having the remote within the tripod grip is fantastic. I don't have to reach up to turn off the recording. I don't have to bring the camera to me to turn off the recording. I don't have to try to figure out how to hold a remote and the camera and do things with my hands. I can have one hand free and start and stop a recording with a click of a button, all within the tripod. Overall, these are minor things, but they're going to save me time in both editing and filming, and that really starts to add up. In a couple of my Nikon videos, I've also mentioned that my camera is overheating when I'm filming in 4K. I still have not heard of a fix yet officially, but there are some techniques that I've started to incorporate that seem to be helping. First, when I'm recording, I record one idea at a time. After I complete that thought, I stop the recording, review my next idea, my next thought, and then start recording again. This gives the camera a little bit of downtime to stay cool and not be just continuously filming. This also helps with editing because then I'm not having to cut out large amounts of downtime where I'm reviewing my next idea before I start speaking. This helps with editing because it gives me natural breaks for B-roll, makes cutting down the footage easier, and overall just gives me good stopping points if I don't want to edit in one sitting. It gives me a spot that I know I can stop and then I can pick it back up later. The second is making sure that the lighting I'm using isn't directly facing the back of the camera. It actually sits just a little bit above. I will insert a photo. That way I'm not contributing to the overall temperature rise in the camera. Overall, I feel like this is the best camera that I have ever purchased. I like that I'm able to learn and adapt while it still remains very simple to use. I also like that it is growing with me. I'm not worried about needing to buy a new camera for another couple years, unless I just want to add to my set of cameras for other angles and things. But this allows me to continue growing and learning and adapting. I think it's being underrated, and new creators like myself would benefit from starting with this rather than much more complicated equipment. Even though I initially doubted my purchases, I have fallen in love with both the camera and the Creator Kit, especially as I'm using them more and more. Going forward, one of my goals with this channel is to start adding in a few vlogs per month. I'm currently working on learning how to vlog because walking while talking to a camera is much more difficult than it looks. I'm also learning more settings, figuring out how the camera reacts to different situations, and how to adapt and change up the settings to better fit my style. If you like today's video, you might like this playlist where I go through various product reviews, including my Nikon videos, or this one where I answered some of your earlier questions. Until next time, bye.